Hello and welcome back to Race Spec Esports. You join us for our PS4 America series. Today we're at France for round 8 of the series. It looks like it's clear conditions. Got another excellent grid today with 18 drivers, which is fantastic. So these guys really are putting on good turnouts now, which is really great to see. So hopefully it continues. France, pretty tricky circuits. We've seen some great racing in the Pacific series and the European series already for this round. The America series, of course, is the last one out of the 3 to kick off. So, join us. 13.5 minutes left in 18-minute qualifying session. We've seen 7 drivers put a time on the board so far. So. At the moment it's JP Canton with our provisional pole time of 1:31.3. I'll have to check what tyres those are on. So that was on soft tyre. So usually a one stop around France, so it's possible to do the one stop from the soft and the medium onto the hard tyre, but if you're doing it on the soft, you really have to nurse the soft tyres in the first stint to get them to lap 7 or 8. So yeah, a lot of drivers struggling with that, and they really fall off a cliff at around lap 4 or 5. So yeah, you really got to try and not battle too much in the early stages of the race if you want a one stop off soft. So if you got the pace, qualifying on mediums is the way to go for France. Alright, see if we can pick up some of the action here with someone on a lap. I might put some telemetry up so I can tell. Doesn't look, yep, Foursquare's heading into the pits. I'm from Paris. Looks like he's on a lap. Oh no, he would have done a lap. Alright, looks like Solano's just about to finish his lap. Let's see what he can do. Goes across the line, does a 1:34 flat on the soft tyre. Striker puts in a 1:36.2 on the hard tyre, and it's like we got was that SRB? He's out there on the soft tyre. I'm not sure if he's just starting a lap now. I think he might be. Yeah, that's right on board. This looks like he's pushing pretty hard on this lap, so just maybe trying to set a banker. Pretty nice first sector. Don't run too wide there. Oh, he runs a little wide in turn 11, I think that is. And there's tricky corner, and this is the apex there as well, so it hasn't been the best lap from SRB. Let's see how he goes this last part of the lap. Oh, I think he's cut the corner well and truly then. Yeah, that's no time for Just B. He does have a new gamer tag this week, so he's moved from SRB to Just B. So maybe we'll call him B. Makes sense. Like Sterling had a run on the softs as well, but he's back in the pits. JFD out there on hards, on the outlap. Like Yabio is on some kind of lap. He's about to start now. He's got Chucky ahead of him though, so yeah, right on board with Yabio. Let's see how he goes in the racing point. Going to get a nice slipstream tow here. Is Chucky on a lap too? No, he's not on a lap, so he's got some nice slipstream there. Did Yabio, so it's probably worth an extra couple of tenths that. See, he's just 153 for his second sector. Doesn't really attack the apex at that corner. Still gets through there pretty fast. Ooh, very early on the brakes for that corner. Into this last part of the circuit, last couple of corners. See what he can do. Up to the line now. Goes second fastest with a 1:31.5, not too bad for him. Yeah. So a couple of guys actually doing a bit more than bankers on the soft tyres, as we can see. Marquez's has gone third fastest with a 1:31.5. I expect him to be able to go a lot faster than that. And right on cue, he does a 1:30 flat. So very nice lap from him. I think that means he will be starting on the soft tyre. So he actually won the race last week at Canada, also picking up the fastest lap, so it was a perfect 26 points from VSR Marquez's. He actually won the race from P17 on the grid, which is incredible. He was slicing and dicing his way through the field all race. It was really good to watch. Looks like we won't get that same kind of action today, as he's probably cut the chicanes. Let's pretend that never happened. So yeah, with him probably likely looking to be on pole today. It looks unlikely we'll see him do the same kind of recovery drive through the field. And he might have an easier time of it today, but we'll wait and see if anyone can challenge him. Maybe his teammate can, who is yet to set a lap. Sterling, Perry the dog, also yet to set a lap. And SRB was out. I think they've all been out. Chucky just about to start his medium lap. So this is a crucial lap here if he wants to start on these tyres. So we'll just follow in. Cautious through turn 1 and 2, not too bad. You need to be really careful not to cut the corner there in turn 3, and that one there as well. All not too bad. He's up 6 tenths on his previous time, so this is looking quite good for Chucky. Comes up to the hairpin now. Ooh, runs wide on exit a little bit. Right, let's see if he's split. He's up, well, he's up 4.7 seconds. So his first run was a 1:43. So not even really a banker. It was more of just an out or in lap. Runs are probably a bit deep through there, but. See how he goes. Oh, he's missed this corner altogether. Not having a great third sector so far. He might have to go for another lap here. I'm not sure if he's fueled up to do it. Oh, he's cut the corner quite badly, so that's going to be no time for Chucky. He's derating as well. He's got no battery left. So he'll be trying to get back into the pits to do another run, unless he's got fuel to do another run. So it's 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the session now, so the drivers will be thinking about coming out and doing their final run in the next minute or so. I'm quite sure there's too many people out on track at the moment. Striker's out there, looks like he's about to start his medium run. As with Bombardier, he's already started. He is just at the end of sector 1 now. Like 51 Ninjas out there on the lap as well, and Solano. Yeah, so there's a few guys out there. 4 laps on those mediums, wow. I don't think you want to start on those tyres if you can help it. Alright, Striker. He's on his medium lap. As we see Perry the dog on the out lap. Sterling nearly coming out, and SRB on the medium tyre. So this is going to be a critical lap. He has got pole in, I think, every race he's attended so far, so he's a very good qualifier usually. Let's see what he can do. He's just coming to the end of the lap now, all nice, neat and tidy through sector 3 so far. Not too bad through there. Oh, he doesn't quite go cut the corner as much this time. Up to a line, what's it going to be? Oh, it's 4 fastest with a 1:31.6. So, not too bad on the medium tyres. A good time on the mediums, it's about 1:31. So yeah, he probably could have done a little bit better knowing his pace, but I think that's going to be okay for his qualifying. So Marquez, let's catch the end of his lap here. Our provisional pole sitter, he's on a fresh set of tyres. He's up 2/10 on his time. Well, that's textbook through that corner. That's very nice. He runs it very wide. I'm not sure if that's going to invalidate his lap or not. Game might forgive him for that one. I'm not sure. He's got on from Paris coming up. I don't know. He's either going to be starting a lap. Oh, he kind of misses the apex there. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Up to the line. What's it going to be? He improves by 2/10 to 1:29.8, so it's a very good lap from Mr. Marquez, who promptly pulls over for another driver. Alright, JP Canson, let's see what the Renault man can do. Activate DRS on the back straight. Coming down into turn 8 and 9, the chicane. Nice short shifting out there, that's a good traction. Oh, okay, so Marquez has just got himself disqualified. That is very unfortunate. Oh, wow, okay. I'm not sure what happened there, guys. But after basically getting pole, Marquez is disqualified, so... And it looks like Vestalini is parked on track 2. He'll be getting disqualified shortly as well, if he does not start moving that car. Anyway, up to the line, no battery left for Canton. Can he improve on his time? He does. He does in 1:31, so improves by nearly 3/10. And that is pole position for him for the time being. Foursquare's in the pits. Yabio, what can he do? the final corner now. Up to the line. Goes second fastest, 1:31.2. So we've got SRB doing a second lap on the medium tyres. Ooh, someone just went fast, I think it was Perry. Got JFD and Chucky on laps as well, so we'll keep an eye on them, but we'll just follow. Oh, it's SRB of Bourse, his lap, he must have been up. JFD up to the line now. What can he do? Goes 9 fastest on the medium compound. We've got one driver left, it's Chucky. Up to the line, on soft tyres, puts it 7th, and that is qualifying done. So huge shock there with Marquez getting disqualified. I'm not sure what happened. I might just check if there's any team radio about that. Oh, as I reach level 50, that's handy. So that is the qualifying order. JP Kenson with pole position from Bean Sandwich, snuck in second place. I missed that. Yabio Foursquare, Sonal Perry the dog, Chucky Just Be, Hypertoaster JFD is the top 10, and then everyone else will be starting. Oh, we got the Ferrari boys at the back again. So. Well, that was quite eventful qualifying in the end with 18 drivers, and Marquez is getting disqualified. So the drivers just choosing their race strategies now. There's a fair few drivers qualifying on the soft tyres and some on the medium as well. So a bit of a mixed strategies up and down the field. So it'll be really interesting to start. The soft runners will definitely have an advantage off the line and probably in the first couple of laps as well. But then we'll really see the medium guys start to take over pace-wise. It looks like we've got a car stuck on the grid. I'm not sure who that is. I think Sterling West's car is ghosting, so I believe he got disconnected. So hopefully he makes it back in time. Oh no, I think Sterling West has missed out here. That's a shame. I'm not sure he'll be able to get back in, and I'll keep an eye on that, but so I'm just trying to sort out this issue with Sterling, who seems to be unable to take control of his car after disconnecting at the end of qualifying. There's I've got some guys that will reset to grid. So they're all forming back up now. Oh, that's an interesting view, that's a better one. And just waiting for Marquez is the last driver. Looks like Sterling won't be with us. Alright, we're at the start of the race here. Well, one light. Well, drivers have got 5 lights on. And it's away we go for the French Grand Prix in the PS4 America Series. Down to turn 1. Canson gets a good start. Marquez is through there as well. Back to the front. Sorry for the jumping around. Solano disqualified from the session, parked in dangerous location, so he missed the start of the race, Solano. So he's out. It's terrible news for the McLaren team. It looks like Bean Sandwich is already all over the back of JP Canson. So our big winners off the start were Perry the Dog up 3 positions already. Just B up 3 spots as well, and I'm from Paris up 4 spots. Marquez is up 6 spots. Los F1 Sonal down 12 spots, so he must have had a spin. Get some tyre data up here now so we can see who's on what. Looks like Marquez is starting on the hard tyres, so he's very confident he can take those a long way into the race and maybe go into either the mediums or the softs later. Doing a bit of reverse strategy, and he's all the way up into 10th position as well. I wonder if Sterling was able to take control of his car. Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Hopefully he can join in. Looks like we've got this battle for the lead, and then we've got a 2-second gap back to Perry the Dog, and then a bit of a train forming with Yabio, Just Be, Foursquare, I'm from Paris, Chucky, JFD, Marquezes, and Hypertoaster, all pretty much nose to rear. Look at this train, it's quite amazing. Is only a lap 2, is there going to be some action? Marquezes dives down the inside of JFD, leaves him space. JFD defends well. Marquezes gets such a better exit through turn 9. Looks like he's going to take that position. Perry the Dog sets the fastest lap, so Marquez is already making up what is 8 positions already. There's a yellow flag somewhere. It looks like Yabio's had an incident. Oh, he keeps dropping. I can't catch him. Yeah, it looks like he had a big spin in turn 1 and 2. So he's got some recovery to do now. Yabio, Sterling. Oh, and someone's retired. Sonel's retired. So I don't know if he crashed out or he's given up, but oh, look now, Bean Sandwich all over the back of JP Canson for the lead. Is he going to make a move into what is turn 11, I believe? Just backed out of it. What a battle we have for the lead in the early stages of this race. And we have the two. Sterling joined back in. Hopefully he can take control of his car. Perry the dog and Just Be first of our runners on the medium tyres, and as Marquez, it looks like I'm from Paris has had a moment as well. So he's lost places. He's rejoining fifth. Sterling's car still ghosting. He's now 17 seconds behind everyone else. Oh, when Yabio gets a speeding in the pit lane penalty. It's been a bad start for the Force India driver. His teammate Zukru also missing from this race. That's 2 in a row he's missed, so not sure where he is, but his Vesselani runs very wide there. Penalties, of course, are huge in France and can shake up the order massively, similar to what we saw in Canada, where we had a lot of drivers pick up penalties. So Marquez is trying to make some moves. He cuts that corner a little bit. Hypertoaster gets him back. I think he had to give the position back though. He looked like he cut the corner to get it done. So that's good sportsmanship there from Marquez. Running in P8, which is very good effort after starting in P18 on the grid. We did have 2 non-starters though in Solano who did not start the race and was disqualified for parking his car on the grid, and of course Sterling yet to take control of his car. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, looks like Hypertoaster got the best of Chucky. So are those soft tyres? Yeah, the soft tyres will be starting to go off now. And we can tell that by the gap between JP Canton and Perry the dog, which was 2 seconds between second and third, but it's now down to about 0.8 of a second. So the soft tyres starting to go off. If these guys want to take them, if these guys want to go onto the hard tyres to do a one stop, they need to be taking the soft tyre till about lap 7 or 8. As Foursquare runs really wide ahead of Chucky. And Hypertoaster gets that move done. See, Hypertoaster on the medium tyres has so much more grip than those soft tyres behind him that he just overtook. So that is the difference between the two. Always JFD makes a move on Marquez. Has Marquez got wing damage here? Doesn't appear like he does have wing damage, but he's lost three positions to Bombardier, Striker and JFD, so I'm not sure what's going on with the Ferrari driver. Oh, and Sterling is back. He has been able to take control of his car, and he's got a lot of catching up to do. So let's go Sterling, our series leader. I'm sure he'll make his way through the field. He has good pace as Hypertoaster sets the fast lap of the race on those medium compound tyres. So he is on a charge. Perry the dog has because we've had pit stops. Someone's in the pits as JP Canton, and he's gone on to medium tyres. So he'll be definitely doing a 2-stop if he's gone onto those medium tyres. So he has committed to doing 2 stops in this race. Vesselani picks up a 3-second time penalty. So Sterling might have missed the first 5 laps, but his car is on the medium tyres, which is already an advantage over some of these guys. It looks like he's going to be carving his way through the field fairly quickly already. And is that Marquez up ahead already? I think Looks like it is. I'm not sure what's... Oh, Marquez is AI, so he's disconnected. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but Marquez's car... Marquez does not have control of his car at this point of the race, so his teammate Sterling flies by him. There's battles all up and down this field. It's hard to keep track. Oh, there's actually a battle for the lead at the moment. This Bean team is right on the back of Perry the Dog. Bean, of course, on the soft tyres, so he'll be looking to take those a couple more laps, or maybe pit this lap at the earliest to be able to do the one stop. So Perry has put a gap on Bean already, just be closing in on Bean as well. So looks like Bean's been able to nurse those tyres really well so far. So he just probably needs to do another lap or two on them if he can. It will save him having to do a two-stop strategy and do another pit stop, which obviously you do not want to have to do if you can really help it. As Sterling makes another pass, this time I'm from Paris is his victim, and he moves up into 11th position. Where's the battle? So we've got like 51 ninjas right behind Shucky, another soft runner. So we'll just see if Bean dives into the pits. He is into the pits. So this is probably just about as early as you can get away with pitting to do the one stop. Let's see if he goes on to halves. Oh, and Chucky gets a speeding in the pit lane. Oh, they look like medium tyres. They are medium tyres, so Bean Sandwich will be doing a two-stop strategy. Chucky also into the pits, as well as Foursquare. So Chucky on the hard tyres will be going to the end. That's a much smarter strategy. Foursquare actually pitted for a new set of soft tyres. Okay, so he'll be doing two stops, but he'll be doing soft, medium, or maybe soft, hard. No, I'd say soft, medium. Because mediums last quite a long time in France. So you can easily go to lap, or you can easily go 14 laps on a fresh set. So I dare say that's what Foursquare will be doing, but he will have to make another pit stop as Sterling has left the session again. His car is completely ghosted there, as you can see, so he's not having a great time of it in this race. Maybe having some hardware or connection issues and on his end, unfortunately. So both the Ferrari guys having trouble. Sterling is losing places, and I believe Marquez is back in the session now. Yeah, it looks like he's back. So see if his charge continues. There's still 18 laps left in this race. So he'll be looking to charge his way through the pack again. Bubbles all up and down this whole Hypertoast is right behind. Oh, he's made the move. He's made the move on Just B. So Hypertoast takes P2. Hypertoast, of course, on debut last week at Canada, took P2 in that race. So it's a very good outing for the Williams driver. So he'll be looking to take P2 again in this race. Good little scrap here. Can just be hang on to the back of Hyper Toaster. Also have like 51 Ninjas all over the back of Bombardier. So we got now the top 7 in the race, all running on medium tyres, yet to pit. Bean Sandwich, JP Canton and I'm from Paris, all on medium tyres as well, but they have pitted, so they'll be doing another pit stop in this race. So they'll really want to be pushing those tyres every lap. They, with their extra tyre usage, they can afford to do basically qualifying laps every lap. I'll just see if I can't invite anyone. Oh. Okay, so we have the first of our front runners pitting on the end of lap 10 is Just B diving into the pit, so he should be going onto hard tyres, which he does. So it's quite early, but it's okay. The pit window going from mediums to hards is quite big, so you can go anywhere from lap 10 to about lap 13. So it's actually quite a big window. Always it comes out just in front of I'm from Paris. Oh, who's spun? I'm from Paris having a moment there. Maybe missed that, but there was contact. And I think Sterling West is now back in the session. Let's see if he can take control of his car. That's his AI driving at the moment. I did see him join back in. We'll keep an eye on that. And Perry the dog out front pretty comfortably. 2.7 second lead over Hyper Toaster. JFD then in third, but those top 3 are yet to pit. Actually, the top 5 are yet to pit. So here we go. Our race leader Perry the dog don't pick up a penalty. Very good. Wonder if Hyper Toaster keeps going. So, like I said, the pit window is quite long. If you've got the tyre life, you might as well use it and try and push before you pit. And then, of course, you'll have the advantage of fresher hard tyres as well when you come out. So, France isn't too bad for tyre wear. It's way harder on ERS and fuel, which are very easy to use up around this circuit. So. Tyre life isn't a huge issue unless you're starting on the soft tyres, which of course a lot of people did. Marquez just puts in the fastest lap of the race on hard tyres, so he is well and truly back in 10th position now. So that is a signal to the rest of the field that he is coming. We'll go back to Sterling. Sterling is back in his Ferrari, so both Ferrari boys back at it now. Let's see if they can make a charge and see where they finish. But yeah, we got Bombardier. Oh, look at this, 3 wide going into the chicane. What's going to happen here? Oh, Bean Sandwich had to cut the corner and picks up a penalty in doing so for what looks to be a 3rd warning. So Bombardier and Like 51 Ninjas, I think Like 51 Ninjas lost out in that little battle. So that was quite exciting. Perry the dog fresh on his new hard tyres at the back of this train as well. So Bombardier and Like 51 Ninjas yet to pit, of course, so they will be looking to come in pretty soon, maybe even this lap. It is, let's see, Bombardier dives into this. Like 51 Ninjas keeps going. So maybe trying to overcut on Bombardier. Perry the dog won't mind because he'll have DRS and he'll just drive past him on the straight. Which will be good for Like 51 Ninjas as well because he'll pick up DRS on the back straight. So not a bad strategy by the Haas driver. Both Haas's in the top 4 at the moment. Sterling already making his way up to 13th position as people dive into the pits. So Bombardier comes out in P13. Striker also in the pits. He's pitted on the soft tyres. Wow, okay, I think that must have been a mistake on his end because he should have gone onto the medium tyres. That's a bizarre strategy from the Mercedes driver. Definitely not optimum strategy. He was running on medium tyres, so he could have pitted onto the hard tyres like everyone else is doing, but he's opted for the soft tyres. A bit of an alternate strategy here, but he's really got to push to make that work. He's only got 14 laps. He will need to pit again. Those soft tyres will not go 14 laps. So yeah, hard tyres would have been a better option, but let's see how he gets on with that. Back to the front, and Hypertoaster still yet to pit on the lead. He's kept on going, so he hasn't pitted on this lap either. So will he pit on lap 14? Keep an eye on that. Surely you can't stay out too much longer. JP Canton all over the back of Like 51 Ninjas. Like 51 Ninjas yet to pit either. So Canton, of course, doing the two-stop strategy, so he'll probably be looking to go on to another set of soft tyres at the end of the race. He'll be very fast at the end, possibly going for the fastest lap as well. Although he'll be up against Marquez to try and get that, who will also probably be going on to the soft tyres. Like 51 Ninjas just hanging on, and Hypertoaster does pit. Our race leader is into pits. Where was he come out? I think he'll probably come out behind Perry the dog. Nice pit stop there from the Williams team. So Bean Sandwich goes past. Bean is on a two-stop. Perry the dog goes past. Hypertoaster, I think, will come out. Oh, it's going to be close. No, Canton's got him. JP Canton moves through. JP also on a two-stop strategy. So two guys in front of him in Bean Sandwich and JP Canton. You won't really have to worry about them being on a two-stop strategy. So good little interesting battle of not just on track but in the pits or on the pit wall as well with strategy. So I dare say the guys on the hard tyres at this stage of the race do have the upper hand, as we see Hypertoaster try and make a move down the inside of Canton, but both pulled out of it. These guys know each other very well. They've raced together in another league, I believe. So oh, Hypertoaster making a move down the inside in turn 10, and he's got it done. Oh, he gets a whole bunch of oversteer. Oh, it was very, very lucky. He had to make a big correction there. He was lucky lucky he was able to collect that and didn't spin out into the wall at that high speed section of the track. that was very, very nervous stuff from Hypertoaster. Dare say he'll need a new pair of underwear after that little moment. He's still all over the back of Canton though, he just has so much more speed. JP Canton on 10 lap old medium tyres of course, so he does get the move done this time into turn 1. So Canton probably knows that that's not his fight with Hypertoaster on the superior strategy, and he'll just be looking to tag onto the back of him as much as he can. Sterling already up into 7th position as Marquez is into the pits. Sterling yet to pit, of course. Marquez is going onto the medium tyre for the rest of the race, so he will have to do 11 laps on those, which is very easy to do on especially a press set. So no dramas there. He'll be able to push quite hard on those medium tyres all the way to the end. Still has some positions to make up though. He's currently sitting in 12th position. On from Paris picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So his field just a little bit spread out. Still got this is still probably the closest battle on track with Canton just hanging onto the back of Hypertoaster, although he has just gone out of DRS range now. And I believe Sterling is being caught by Chucky slowly. Chucky on 8 lap old hards. So, as JP Canton into the pits, probably for another set of medium tyres. Does have to serve a pit speeding in pit lane penalty before they can work on that car though. So a new set of medium tyres fitted for JP Canton. As we see the Force India pit crew come out as well, that will be for Yabio, so he's in for his second stop as well. And he'll likely be going on to the medium tyre, same as Canton. And he also has to serve 5-second speeding in pit lane penalty before they can change the tyres. So both those guys losing out in the pit stops. Looks like Yabio, well, Canton came out in 10th position. Looks like Yabio will come out in 15th. So two-stop strategy not really working for either of those guys. They'll be on fresh tyres now, but they've got a lot of time to make up. Lots of time to make up. So back at the front, we actually have Bean Sandwich at the front on that two-stop strategy. Will he be looking to come in soon? Not this lap. I think he'll be looking to go onto a set of softs at the end. If he has a fresh set of softs, that is. So he'll probably be looking to go another 3 or 4 laps on the medium tyre. Push them as hard as he can. And then go on to softs and push them as hard as he can. But Perry the Dog is our effective race leader. Followed by Hypertoaster and Just Be. JFD also in 4th position, 5th position at the moment, sorry. Sterling still yet to pit on those medium tyres, so he's the only driver still yet to stop in this race. As Marquez puts in the fastest lap of the race, that's going to give him the bonus point for an hour, 1:33.333.2. That is some number if you are superstitious, but yeah, that'll be a very quick lap to try and topple for the rest of the drivers. We do have a couple of guys probably going onto the soft tyres at the end, so we'll see if they can make that happen and get anywhere near that 1:33.3 time. So probably we'll be expecting Sterling in. He's got to run 2 compounds, so he's probably run too deep in the race to go onto hard tyres. Or Marquez picks up a 3-second penalty. So I wonder if Sterling is just trying to stretch this stint and then go onto soft tyres at the end. So you'll need to go another 2 or 3 laps as well to be able to do that. But yeah, we've got no real action on track as I say that. Looks like Yabio has made the move on I'm from Paris on his fresh medium tyres. So he'll have much more pace than I'm from Paris. He has fresher and softer tyres than the McLaren driver. And Sterling is in the pits now, so he made me eat my words. Is he going to try and stretch softs to the end of the race? He is. Okay, so he's got to go 8 laps on soft tyres. As Marquez puts in another fastest lap of the race, 1:33.1 this time, so he improves by 2/10. As Chucky picks up a 3-second time penalty. Penalties are going to cause havoc here at the French Grand Prix again, just like it was in Canada, as there's now passed down the back straight. Looks like Foursquare was getting past Striker there for 11th position, and Sterling comes out just behind these guys in 13th and is already side by side with Striker going into turn 3 and gets that move done. He's all over the back of Foursquare. He'll make short work of this move down the straight. You can just see he's got so much more grip on those new soft tyres. Foursquare's tyres are only 4 laps old, but 1 compound harder as well. He'll have DRS and he'll just breeze by. Foursquare doesn't even put up a fight. Probably knows that that's not worth fighting over. So it's 2 positions already out of the pits in half a lap for Sterling. Finds himself in P11. He's 4 seconds back from like 51 Ninjas on hard tyres. So all but 3 drivers ahead of Sterling are going to the end on their current sets of tyres. Well, I will expect Bean Sandwich. Oh, sorry, all but 2, because all but 1, because Marquez and Canton have pitted. So it's only Bean Sandwich still yet to pit. As Marquez makes a move on Chucky into turn 1, gets that done nice and easily. Perry the dog slowly catching Bean as well, but I will expect Bean to have to pit again. He's not going to take that set of mediums another 7 laps. Well, they're already 12 laps old. Foursquare picks up a time penalty. Yabio makes a move on Striker. That's because Striker's in the pits for his final pit stop. And has put on another set of soft tyres. Okay, so what is Striker doing? I'm pretty sure... Oh no, he started on the mediums, that's right. So Striker started on the mediums and he went soft. So that is his last pit stop. So yeah, he definitely has lost out with that strategy. It would have been better for him to pit onto the hard tyres like everyone else. But anyway, Bean Sandwich is into the pits. So many drivers. And out he comes on his fresh soft tyres. Where will he come out though? That's going to be the interesting thing. As Hypertoaster picks up a 3-second time penalty, that could be crucial in the battle for the lead. So JFD goes through, and looks like Bean has come out in 5th position, just out of Marquez's on fresh softs though. So only 2.2 seconds behind JFD, so he should be able to catch him and make the pass for 4th. And then it's just a matter of how quickly he can catch the top 3, if at all, as Sterling makes a pass on like 51 Ninjas for 10th position. Is now just... Oh, and he dives down the inside of Bombardier, so he's made 2 positions in rapid succession in the first sector. Oh, and Bean Sandwich picks up a 3-second time penalty as he passes JFD. So penalties are definitely going to come into play in this race. Marquez is just a second behind JFD now. So he'll be looking to make his way up, possibly all the way up to 4th position. I don't think he'll be able to catch the top 3 in this race. We know he's fast, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. I think the top three are fast enough to hold their position. As Just B now picks up a 3-second time penalty. So again, if these guys keep picking up penalties, then it does give people a chance to be able to overtake them with those penalties at the end of the race. So just keep an eye on this battle. It is the closest one on track at the moment between Marquez's and JFD. Marquez will have DRS. He takes a nice tight line there. He's got the move done even before DRS. And he gets DRS to boot, so JFD won't be able to fight this too hard, I'd imagine. Yeah, looks like Marquez put power down there at the end of the straight. Gets that done. Simon Paris picks up another penalty. Alright, there's like 51 ninjas all over the back of Bombardier. Pulls out. Gonna get a move done through turn 10. Ooh. Bombardier had to run wide there. He does get the move done. Like 51 ninjas moves up into the top 10. That is for the last point of the race. So can he get him back? Like 51 ninjas has the tyre advantage. He's got 2 lap fresher hard tyres than Bombardier. So that actually will count for something in this race. So not much happening in the way of track action at the moment after that pass by like 51 ninjas. Everyone else kind of spread out. I think we've got Marquez just catching Bean Sandwich slowly. But Bean on those soft tyres will have good pace on them. But yeah, it looks like Marquez is catching him anyway. But Bombardier still hanging on to the back of like 51 ninjas. This fight for the last point, 10th position, could go all the way to the end of the race. There's only 3 laps left after this one. So Perry the dog out front, leading the race. I'm not sure if he has any penalties. I know Hyper Toaster has. I think he's got 3 seconds. He might even have 6 seconds. Just B has 3 seconds, I believe. So Sterling having his issues early in the race with connection problems. Running in P9, 2.5 seconds back from JP Canton, who did a 2-stop strategy, which really hurt his race, unfortunately. Yeah, none of the guys really that did 2 stops did any good out of it. Bean Sandwich probably, arguably the exception to that, running in 4th position, which is not too bad after a 2-stop. When there are other fast drivers behind him on the 1-stop, so he did alright. But yeah, generally the 1-stop is a lot quicker if you can manage it. So it looks like Canton's all over the back of his teammate Chucky. Is he going to chuck it down the inside? He is. So JP Canton moves through on his teammate. That's for 7th position. He runs very wide. He allows Chucky to get back in. No, Chucky concedes that position. JP Canton, of course, on younger and softer tyres than Chucky. So 2 laps left in this race to see if this battle continues. But already Canton looks like he's pulled out 8 tenths nearly, so Well, nearly a second, so yeah, he's got much better pace than Chucky at this stage. And Sterling now is in DRS as well of Chucky, so can Sterling on the soft tyres get both Renaults? Well, Marquez is all over the back of Bean Sandwich on the straight here. Bean goes very defensive. Don't weave, you can't weave. There's a little bit of weaving there, but he lets him through. Yeah, and Marquez gets the move done. That's for 4th position. Yellow flag, sector 1. Looks like Bombardier's had a moment. Yeah, looks like he did. Anyway, Sterling has got past Chucky. So Chucky dropping a couple of positions in the space of a lap. And now Sterling sets his sights on JP Canton in 7th position. And I think that's probably as good as he'll be able to do today if he makes that pass. Foursquare all over the back of Like 51 Ninjas now. So maybe there was an incident with Bombardier and Like 51 Ninjas for that battle for 10th position, and which cost both of them time, and Foursquare has been able to catch up to the back here of the Haas. Sterling all over the back of JP Canson. He will have DRS on the pit straight. Oh no, he doesn't. He misses out on DRS. Oh no, he does. Definitely does. My bad. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. Not quite sure who that was. Yeah, we're on the penultimate lap now. Bean Sandwich unable to hang on to the back of Marquez's. Marquez's will pick up P4. Don't think he'll be able to catch Just B for 3rd position. Although penalties might come into it if Just B has more than 6 seconds of penalty, so keep that in mind as well. It's not over until penalties are dished out, as Sterling wasn't able to get the move on JP Canton done that lap, so that battle will go all the way down to the final lap, as Foursquare is all over the back of Chucky. Oh, sorry, Like 51 Ninjas, and he's got the move done for 10th position. So Like 51 Ninjas has lost that last point. Foursquare now holds it, and we are on the last lap. Perry the dog, his teammate, has started the last lap. So we'll rejoin him for the end of the race in a moment. Looks like Foursquare's comfortably pulling out a gap on Like 51 Ninjas as well. So the only real battle on track now will be Sterling and JP Canson. So Sterling will be charging his batteries here with ERS on the pit straight, and he'll be looking to get the overtake done on the back straight for P7. Or can JP Canson hang on to the position? Ooh, a bit of a corner cut there from Sterling. Of course, penalties will come into effect on these guys as well. Sterling might know how many penalties Canson has, so he might not be pushing too hard. Looks like he's a fair way back anyway. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to get a move done. Doesn't look like he's got too much battery left, so he might be playing it safe, knowing that Canson has penalties. Ooh, that was a big corner cut. Lucky not to pick up the penalty there. As Perry the dog wins the French Grand Prix. Apologies, I missed him crossing the line, but what a performance there from the Red Bull driver. His first win in the series. Hyper Toaster picks up P2, and Marquez does move into P3 on penalties, so he's able to catch Just B just enough to get himself onto the podium. Just B losing out. He comes home in 4th. Bean Sandwich comes home in 5th. JFD in 6th. And Canson is going to cross the line in 7th, but will he hold the position? He does hold the position. So Sterling... Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought Sterling wasn't trying to make a move because Kenson had penalties, but maybe he picked up a penalty on the last lap as well. Anyway, Chucky comes home P9, and like 51 Ninjas was able to get Foursquare back, or actually, Foursquare finished ahead of him on track by the look of this, but then penalties, of course. So like 51 Ninjas does pick up 10th position. And the final point, and Foursquare misses out on penalties. Our last driver to cross the line is going to be Striker. Good job from the Mercedes driver to stay on the lead lap of the race. Well done to all our drivers here today. So that has been round 8 of the PS4 America Series. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the stream. We'll just wait for the race results. Actually, I'm jumping the gun a bit. Apologies. I want to check out the penalties, but yeah, hope everyone watching enjoyed the race. There's our race winner, Perry the Dog, there up on the top step of the podium. Hyper Toaster comes home in P2, and VSR Marquesis comes home in P3 on penalties. So that's your podium. Just move on to the race results here. Okay, so as you can see, Perry the Dog kept it clean, no penalties for him. Hyper Toaster just the 3 seconds. Marquesis just the 3 seconds, which was crucial because I believe Just B had 9 seconds, yes, which cost him the podium, unfortunately. Bean Sandwich also with 6 seconds. JFD, JP Kenton and Sterling all keeping it clean. Well done, boys, and like 51 Ninjas as well, which was crucial because Foursquare did overtake him, but he had 3 seconds of penalties. And we go down the field. We missed out. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you to all our drivers for racing today. Another great turnout with 18 drivers on the grid. That's 2 weeks in a row now we've been able to get a big grid, which is really good to see. Let's see if I can grab one of the drivers for our interview very quickly. Okay, Perry the Dog joins us, our race winner at France. Perry, congratulations on the win. How was that race for you?
No, it was like I said, I mean, I didn't have a lot of practice coming in and didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't really done it 50% around France, so yeah. And time trial wise, I mean, my friends list at least, I was like list. I don't think I did anything lower than like a 130 on time trial. So I went with the mediums, starting on the mediums. I didn't know, like, I figured you could maybe make the one stop work on softs, but I didn't know for sure. So I just went for the mediums just because I knew I didn't have that much outright pace. So played the man, worked out, had a pretty good starting spot, and I think a lot of people had battles behind me, which is why why everything worked out. I know Hyper was catching me near the end. He went a little bit longer on the mediums. That paid off for him a little bit at the end, but just had enough to hold on. So great race. I'm really excited and glad how everything worked out. So yeah.
Yeah, great race from you, mate. Well done. Congratulations. No penalties either. I believe Hypertoaster did have a 3-second time penalty, so he had that buffer anyway. Back to him. Hypertoaster, congratulations on P2 today. Your second P2 in a row since joining us for the series. So well done.
Yeah, thank you. It was a hard race from the beginning because I started P9, so I was in the midfield. So a lot of car overtake me, and after that it was just about the pit stop strategy. Didn't think Perry would have got me, but I couldn't get close to him even at the end. So a great race to you, Perry.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks,
to both you guys. Yeah, there was it was an interesting battle of strategy with some guys opting to start on the softs and do a 2-stop. So ultimately, I think the 1-stop was quicker. So you guys did really well on that strategy. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Marquesis in the chat for his podium interview, but yeah, thank you to Perry and Hypertoaster for joining us, and congratulations again, guys. We'll see you again next week at Austria.
Yes.
Well, sounds good.
All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next round at Austria.